someone's still not there. That would be Giants wideout Oell Beckham Jr. Now, to be clear, as Dan has said numerous times, these OTAs are voluntary. But apparently, Beckham was supposed to, or the plan was for him to show up on this last day of OTAs. That did not happen. Okay, Dan, first and foremost, what can you tell us about the idea that the changing plan here for Oell Beckham Jr.?
I can't. I mean, I don't know his plans. I know it had been reported in a couple of places that he was expecting to be there, and based on that, that was my understanding. But, I mean, I just go back to he doesn't have to be there. I'm not aware of any specific reason he's not there. You know, sometimes guys skip because they're unhappy with their contract. I mean, I don't think that's a situation here with Oell Beckham. You know, he has other things to do. A lot of these guys like to work out on their own with their own trainers and their own places. So he's not required to be there. He's not required to explain his absence. And I doubt we'll hear anything from the Giants coaching staff about it other than the regular, usual party line. Ben McAdoo was very clear and very careful last year when guys skip to say it's voluntary and to say nothing more. Because if you say more than that, you end up getting in trouble per the new CBA rules.
Okay, yeah. But... Yeah, go ahead.
As long as, I mean, if communication is clear between McAdoo and Beckham, I wouldn't worry about it. From the player perspective, Beckham not being there, I would ask my receiver coach, ask my linebacker coach, whatever. Is everything cool? Is everything good? He's good. No problem. Because also, these reps early on need to be taken by a lot of younger players. And so with Oell Beckham Jr. not being there, there are a lot of younger receivers that can actually get some work in to where how many slant routes does this player need to catch?
Right.
I think him and Manning are okay.
There are three levels of players that are involved in the off-season program. The first are guys who need to find a job. That's about 45 of the 53 players. Then there are guys who have contract issues, and you can certainly understand them missing because you're running the risk of injury,
Correct.
which is, and in a voluntary situation, you don't do that. And by the way, general managers understand that. And then there are the third level, the stars, Beckham. You don't want to come? Fine. Just be ready on opening day. That's all. We'll see on the first day of minicamp. And the training staff closely monitors their conditioning. As long as their conditioning is good and their weight is good, don't worry about it.
I think it's really important because this player is a lightning rod. There's no question about it.
No
We're leading the show with
doubt.
him not being at OTAs. It says everything we need to know. There has been no issue with the Giants coaching staff or teammates with this player's work ethic, work habits, practice habits, attendance, anything like that since he's been a Giant. He has been someone who has shown up and been a positive contributor at every phase of practice and training camp, etc. He hasn't missed any time since the first 4 games of his rookie season when he was out with a hamstring injury, and then, of course, the suspension for the Josh Norman incident. But this is a guy, they've had issues with him on the field and the way he acts, especially when it cost them 15 yards. But off the field, he has not been a problem for them, and obviously, he's a guy that shows up and does his work. The team is not concerned about him not being there this week.
Yeah, just a monthly reminder. It's May,
right?
You know, and I think he's going to be okay. Yes,
right.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Don't need to be all OTA.
There's no game Sunday.
We just passed Mother's Day, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Now, it's interesting. It's sort of framed. I think he posted a picture on his Instagram, him taking routes with Johnny Manziel, which I thought was an interesting way to frame why he's not there.
Well, maybe he's helping
Johnny?
Yeah.
He's looking out for other people.
He's got to have somebody throw him the ball.
There you go.
Yeah.
There is a trainer that they've both worked out with, is my understanding. And also, we're not 100% sure that picture was, taken this week. Could be an old one, too. So trying to figure that out. But no, it doesn't necessarily mean he skipped OTAs to hang out with Johnny Manziel, because then you have 2 lightning rods together, and that's never good.
Here's the thing about OTAs. What they're doing on the field right now, when the teams are on the field, are repping without contact the very same installation they're going to do in training camp with pads and contact. So for a veteran player, you're not missing much. This is just a walkthrough rehearsal or a full-speed rehearsal without pads for the opening of training camp.
And I think this is also an area where sometimes they would tell veteran players that were there, we're not going to give you too many reps today because we want to see some of the younger guys take these reps, run these routes, see if they get this read, and so forth.
And we'll have more on the Giants.